All right, here's where it bothers me. At least $1,500 more expensive than the R5. Oh my goodness. Expect like 5 to 55. No, no. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's That One Camera Guy back at again with another video for you. Today, we're taking a look at these monster A9x specifications that were just rumored. Now, they went from being sort of rumors to being rumors that could potentially happen. Let's go ahead and take a look at them very briefly. Sony's going to be releasing an R5 Kill. New Sony A9x camera with 50 megapixels and 8K 30p video coming in Q1 2021. So that's the headline over at Sony Off Rumors. You know what's really weird about that title? Had Canon never released the R5, if I saw that title, I would be completely blown away. But you know what's funny? I'm not. It's more like I'm expecting you to release a camera that can match up with the EOS R5 at this stage of the game. I had a video that I made about the R5, my initial impressions of it. I never did the full-on mini review. I don't know if it'll ever happen or not, but I was completely blown away by its performance. Shot a rehearsal, photos and videos. I was able to seamlessly switch between stills and video, shooting 4K 60p, and then shooting stills however I wanted to at an instant because of the CF Express Type A and the UHS-2, not a CF Express Type A, but the CF Express card and the UHS-2. I was able to shoot photos and video seamlessly in such a fast way. No lag, no delay, back and forth. I was so happy with that camera. Now, the overheating is the problem with that camera, no matter how you look at it. I had the overheating indicator come on halfway through a rehearsal I was shooting this particular segment, and I did the battery trick, but I will tell you, waiting to circumvent the overheating felt like eternity. Even though it only took me about 50 seconds to do, while I was waiting, while another performer was coming up on stage, it felt like eternity. But when I got it through, I was fine. I made it to the rest of that segment that I was taking photos for in video. And again, what I was doing was not essential. It was just something I was practicing and trying out in a real-world environment, how I would see it. And the EOS R5 delivered on that, with the exception of the fact that I had to do that circumvent to get it to work again. But anyway, that's the R5. Let's take a look at the A9X. All right, so moving on down the line here. What are we not surprised about? Let's go ahead and move through here. So I believe Sony Off Rumors thought this rumor was complete BS at first because I was hearing something of this on other rumor sites and they said it was complete BS. But it looks like some reliable sources are letting Sony Off Rumors know that this is potentially going to come down the pipeline. It says Sony will launch a new high-end camera in Q1 of 2021. I'm glad. I was saying this earlier. If Sony didn't release something similar and comparable to the R5 by summer of 2021 or getting close to fall of 2021, that I would consider adding the EOS R5 to my arsenal kit and selling off some Sony cameras, like maybe the R4, maybe the A7S III. Okay, I don't even have the A7S III yet. It comes in on Monday. Okay, I'm waiting like everybody else. But I'd rather have a strong hybrid camera that can shoot incredible stills and incredible video all in one package. I don't want two cameras to do. I don't want to have an A7R4 and an A7S III using them side by side to get high-end quality video, high-end stills. Ridiculous. I don't want that. I want it in one camera. And that's just me, though. That's just me. That's my request. I'm not. You can have your own particular needs for it, but that's not what I'm looking for. It'll be named an A9X series camera and not an A7X. Now, I didn't make my video yet on this, but I'm telling you, Sony, you got way too many full-frame cameras. Slow down. Stop doing that. Stick with maybe 2 camera models for the love of God. Seriously, it's just too much. Base A7, A7S series, A7R series, A7C series, A9 series, and whatever other series you're planning on bringing out. It's too many. Stick to just a couple of models or undercut one of your models at a much more affordable price point, at about $1,000 like the RP series. That's just my perspective. You can agree or disagree. But I think Sony's just got way too much going on, and I just hate the fact that I have to think about, I should get this, I should get this, instead of saying, I just want this. Does it make sense? I don't know. I'm probably just on my own on this one, but if you are in the same camp as me, let me know. Because it's always this issue of, do I get just this, or do I just get this, or do I get both? I just want one camera that can do it all. And the R5, in my opinion, got very close. And I want this camera to get very, very close to it. 50 megapixel sensor. I'm all for it. I know some folks in the sporting world are saying it might be too much. You don't need that many megapixels. This is probably going to be using the new CF Express Type A card so it can offload, but Sony will be smart to have a lower resolution option on the camera. You just have to have a lower resolution option. Deliver the goods, 50 megapixels, and just make sure to have a lower res option for people that don't need 50 megapixels to get them out quick and easy. I'm pretty sure they'll have something like that. That'd be ridiculous if they didn't. Then again, this is the same company that released the A9 Mark II, and it was crickets. Crickets for me. 8K 30p video confirmed with no overheating. I hope so. I hope so. It's still an infinite 8K mode, meaning it's 8K 60p, which would be, it's not 8K. Okay, I'm okay with no 8K 60p. All right, that seems pretty excessive already at this point. Give me 8K 30p solid. That's perfectly fine. Give me the 4K 60p, 4K 120p, and the A7S3 with the 10-bit 422 with the nice codecs and all that good stuff. I'm a happy camper. But they really should have 8K in there. You can agree or disagree, but Canon's already done it. I'd like to see 8K in this camera. Bring it on. Sony, bring it on. You need that. You need that. All right, moving on. Other specs, similar to the A7. Yeah, of course it needs to be similar to the A7S3. EVF, autofocus. Yeah, of course. You know, it's not on the list here, but I'm like, it's time. You know, I hope the mechanical shutter improves. I think the A9 Mark II did improve, but it wasn't like 10. I could be wrong. I don't recall, but the original one didn't have very fast mechanical shutter, and I see that those lines show up with the lighting and everything like that. If they can just step up the mechanical shutter, maybe 10 to 12, and then 20. You know, it'd be great, Sony. Get to 24 FPS in photos, in stills. Do it. Do it, Sony. Do it. All right, here's where it bothers me. At least $1,500 more expensive than the R5. Oh, my goodness. Expect like 5 to 55. No. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Bad idea, Sony. Don't do that. If your A9 series is already around $4,500 US, it's either stays at $4,500 US or bring it down to a nice $3,999, $3,999 US. Get it close to the EOS R5. Unless you're planning to deliver something in this camera that we don't know about. Because at this stage of the game, I'm not shocked by 50 megapixels, 8K video. That doesn't shock me anymore. The R5 already did it, and they did it pretty decently at under $4,000 US. They're delivering on it. Yeah, there's issues. Hopefully that thing gets worked out. But the point I'm trying to draw here is that you guys got to deliver really hard, go hard on this particular series, and price it around that price point. Let me know your guys' price point down below. Would $4,500 be okay for a monster camera? $4,000? What happens if it gets to $5,000 and $5,500? Where are you at so far? I know some of you don't really care about the camera. I think some of you are thinking about, I don't want this camera. I want the A7 IV. And I agree. They should announce both the A7 IV and the A9X not too far from each other. They should mention both of those cameras. One for the folks that just want a baseline camera that's up advanced and competes with the R6, and then the A9X is just your monstrosity of a camera that's gonna just like pounce on everybody. That's what I want to see. That's exactly what I think Sony should do. But 500, no. If it's at 4,000, you got me sold. 4,500, I'm gonna sell some stuff. I'll make the adjustments. I might even sell my A7S3, which again I don't even have right now. I'm still waiting on Monday for my copy, like everybody else. So, but yeah, here's what happens. R5 comes out. Sorry, R5. This comes out, A9X announcement. I sell my R4 and I sell the A7S3. I go straight to the A9X, and I'll sell my A9, the original A9. There you go. There we go. And I'll probably either add 2 of those cameras will go. Maybe I'll keep the A7S3. Who knows? I don't know. Moving down the line here. Let's jump back over here. So, apparently Sony wants to show they can outperform the R5, and they do not consider it a threat to the A7S3 sales because of the way more expensive price. This camera is also meant to be used at the Olympics. Yes, of course. Definitely. I see that happening. Especially with the potential of the Olympics back in progress summer of next year. Hoping that's the case. So, that's the A9X monster. Let me know your thoughts down below. I know a lot of people aren't looking for this camera, but if you're in the market for an R5 style camera and then they can price it around that price point, what is it that you want to see here? Like for me, the video stuff, I want to see that. Picture profiles, which have been missing forever, needs to be on there. And I'd like to see an improvement in the autofocus, the frames per second, the mechanical shutter, all that good stuff. Deliver it, Sony. Put a nail in Canon's coffin. Deliver the goods. Because if not, midsummer 2021, I'll start looking at an R5. Hopefully there's a slight price drop, and I'll start looking that way. So Sony, make it happen, and also deliver the A7 IV for the people, and for the people that have been supporting you, make sure you deliver on that A7 IV soon. Let people know that there is a camera around the corner. That's going to do it for me. Smash that like button, get subscribed, check out my other content, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.